For everything Ernest Hemingway was, he was an original. A man that liked adventure, hunting, booze, and Cuban prostitutes. He was not the typically refined literary of his generation, but he stood out as a fascinating figure in American history. Someone we can't help but be drawn to. And where did such a well-traveled adventurer decide to settle down? Ketchum, Idaho. Alright, I admit he probably would have stayed in Cuba if Castro's revolution hadn't gone down the way it did, but still, Hemingway had been coming to Sun Valley since 1939, and his larger-than-life figure lingers over the area to this day.
Do you know why the statue is facing the direction it is?
His house was over there?
I read on my smartphone that it's because he said he would never miss a sunrise. He's facing east, so he still gets to see the sunrise.
I learned two things there. One, that he never missed a sunrise, and two, the sunrise is in the east. The quote below the bust is...
Are we gonna call that the bust?
Is that a bust? It's a bust, right?
I thought bust was more of a female thing.
I thought a bust was a head, right? It's like a sculptured head.
I stand to be corrected.
So now you learned it.
And you didn't have to use your smartphone to teach me that.
Katie, behind the camera, was over here shooting a little footage of Mr. Hemingway.
And there's this little hole right here in the statue thing.
And she found this old black book. Create and let others do the same.
What would I write to Ernest Hemingway?
Yeah, this might take a while, so
no,
feel free to get your focus here.
Thank you, kind sir, for the man and the sea.
As of this video, Hemingway's house is closed to the public, but a Hemingway exhibit can be found at the Sun Valley History Museum in Forest Park, open Wednesday through Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m.
So you just came here and visit a lot because of the great outdoors, the hunting, fishing.
It was remote. He liked that, and then finally when old age kind of came over him, he retired here in '59 before dying 2 years later in '61.
Ernest Miller Hemingway, July 21, 1899, July 2nd, 1961.
I thought it only appropriate we bring him some rum. I also think, instead of just leaving the bottle, which would be rude, to actually open it for the man and respectfully, I feel like just right onto the, right onto
his
grave.
name. Okay,
yeah.
Ernest, have one on us. Thanks for all the good books.
Good? We only had one rum, so you better have gotten it.
Please subscribe to our channel for weekly adventures in Idaho and beyond. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you have any travel questions for us, we would love to see them in the comments section. And if you haven't watched Epic Idaho yet, make sure you head over to Visit Idaho and check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.